and off you go.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Chief Superintendent Sutherland, and I'm here to provide an update regarding a serious incident that occurred earlier today. At approximately 21:08 hours, a male was seen driving without due care and attention. Once he was stopped, he decided to fail to stop from police, which then resulted in him, as we call in police terminology, decamp, which basically means he got out of the vehicle and ran. This male then assaulted an officer, which resulted in the officer drawing his taser. During the attempt to detain the individual, the taser was deployed. Tragically, this resulted in the male falling from a height onto the roadway below. Emergency services were immediately on the scene. The patient, I can confirm now, is in a life-critical condition. He was seen as unconscious once officers arrived with him. Critical incident was declared at 21:22 hours. We understand the concerns of the incident we understand the concerns this incident may raise, and we are committed to ensuring full transparency. As such, the matter has been referred to the Independent Office of Police Conduct, also known as IOPC. The force has also forwarded ourselves to the IOPC. We will fully...
Carry on. No, carry on, mate.
We will fully cooperate with the IOPC to ensure that all actions taken will be reviewed thoroughly. It is important to know that incidents like this are rare, and whilst officers are trained to use tasers, only when an immediate threat to public or personal safety. Go on. Yeah, Chief Constable.
At this point, we will gladly take any questions from media, members of the public, etc.
Oh, yes. Hello. John Carter, Weasel News.
Hi.
Can you confirm whether the officers involved have been suspended?
Would you like me to answer this, Commissioner?
I can answer that. So at the moment, the officer has been suspended. At the moment, we are going to be doing a full investigation into this, reviewing body cam footage from all officers arriving on scene. We're working closely with the British Transport Police, as this did occur at a British Transport Police location on Strawberry Avenue. So we're going to be working closely with them as well in regards to the in terms of the investigation, and the roads will be closed to the public for a period of time whilst we collect other circumstantial evidence at the scene.
Okay, that's brilliant, fantastic. Was the use of a taser justified in this situation?
Would you like me to answer that?
Yeah, you can answer that one.
So at the minute, our firearm standards are launching a full investigation. So at the minute, we cannot comment whether or not the taser was justified.
Okay. Are you aware of the video that's circulating on social media by another member of the public that was standing at the train station, where it clearly shows this member of the public jumping over the barrier, and then the officer in question jumping over the barrier as well? Isn't there some kind of training to officers to back off so this type of thing does not happen?
In regards to this situation, officers dealt with are trained to deal with highly dynamic situations. At the heat of the moment, officers may forget those judgments, and unfortunately, it seems to be what's happened today. I can't comment too much on regards to the training that will go to our professional standards and training division. In regards to the training that actually occurs, as I say for myself and Chief Superintendent Sutherland here, it's been a while since we've conducted our police training. However, I will say, if that member of the public can come forward to us, contact us via 101, quoting the incident of 2001-2025 and incident number 0436. If they can contact us via 101 and pass us that video, that would be greatly appreciated. It would provide us another level of investigation for us to investigate this further.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Is there body-worn camera footage of the incident? Were they on at this time? Because obviously, in the whole spectrum of the police force, there is concern by the member of the public that officers aren't turning on their body cameras at the relevant time and trying to cover up certain incidents.
I can answer this one for you.
Yeah, go on then.
So, as part of a recent update with our body cams, whenever our emergency ELS system is activated, or whenever a taser is drawn or a firearm is drawn, it automatically starts recording on the body cam. And officers are also made aware of the standards of body cams. So whenever we're having an interaction with a member of the public, body cams should always be on. But yes, there is an automatic feature where whenever the taser is deployed, a body cam is enabled.
And these
Okay, fantastic.
the body cams also go back 30 seconds prior with no audio, so it will show prior to the taser being drawn of the incidents which have occurred prior to that being drawn.
Okay, and do you stand by your officer's actions at this time?
At the moment, we cannot comment as to whether his actions were justified. We cannot then say whether we stand by them. Due to obviously it being an ongoing incident, we cannot fully comment until we fully investigated this and we determine the full circumstances in regards to this. We have a statement from the officer, which will be released to the media in due time once the investigation is nearing a close, and we will obviously update yourselves from then.
Okay, and how does the victim in this? How does his family feel at the moment? Because I presume they are very upset and they must be absolutely fuming, as this thing could have been avoided if the officers done the right protocol.
I can answer this for us again.
Yep.
So we are also aware that this incident may be distressing for members of the community. At the minute, we are providing the family with close support from officers, ensuring that they are fully supported by us and just knowing that we are there for them. Additional officers will also be patrolling in the area to provide reassurance, and we may address any concerns. We encourage anyone who witnessed the incident or has relative information or has also been affected by this incident to either contact us by 101, quoting the incident number that was being stated by the Chief Constable, or to contact the IOPC.
Stand aside, pal. Let someone else have a question. If your officers are found to be
Right, I believe that's all we've got time for questions.
No, I could take. I can personally take a few more if needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
Mate,
questions want to be directed,
do you want to
at the end,
pass
or...
your question over?
Yeah, it's only one. So if your officers are found to be responsible for misconduct, as head of the police, are you going to personally take full responsibility for the incident and resign?
As previously discussed, officers deal with ever-evolving situations and deal with them in split-second moments. If it is found as misconduct, the officer, I will take some responsibility for it in regards to the training and the standards which are set out by myself and the learning development team. However, that will be down to the sole conduct of the officer, and that will be dealt with, whether that be in court or by ourselves. At this time, it will be down to the IOPC to pass over information to the Crown Prosecution Service if they believe there's enough evidence there to suggest that there is misconduct, and that being a criminal offence has also been committed, they'll pass it on to the CPS, who will then make that decision against that sole officer.
Thank you. You've just said that officers...
Right, is there any further questions in the room?
Yeah, there is, if you allow me to finish, please.
Yeah, there you go, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've just said
Alrighty.
that officers have to...
He is talking.
Second.
Oh, is he? I can't hear him.
So, do you not think that the public should expect your police officers to make the correct decision in those split seconds?
It is expected for officers to follow training and guidance to the fullest extent. And in those split-second decisions, unfortunately, there are lapses of judgment which are individually judged again by our professional standards team and the IOPC, hence why we are fully cooperating with any investigations that are undergoing by the IOPC, and we've passed all the information that we have and are fully cooperating with them. At this time, I cannot comment in regards to all officers acting correctly on split-second decisions. It's a case-by-case basis, and has to be judged by the IOPC, who do these independent conducts, as we may have certain biases within the police, as we obviously deal with situations regardless of rank every single day. So we deal with them differently, We try and deal with them by the book as best as we can all the time. However, there are certain things which in which situations do evolve, that certain decisions may be made that aren't certainly, or that may not be within policy. However, again, in this instance, that's down for the IOPC to decide.
Cool, thank you. So
Okay, my turn now. My turn now. Yeah, John Carter, Weasel News. Do you expect any backlash from the public at this time?
yeah, how are you going to manage public relations after this?
So
That's what I've just said. That's what I've just said.
we're going
Don't
to be
interrupt. I'm recording.
we're going to be working very closely with members of the public in this. We're going to be hosting what's known as the police surgery. So in local areas of Cambridgeshire, we're going to be hosting what's known as police surgeries. We will have a police officer stationed where they can raise concerns to the police, and those concerns can be dealt with, especially in regards to this incident, as it is a major incident that was declared. We will be answering as many questions as we can in regards to it. Police officers who deal with that are trained family liaison officers and liaison officers to the public. So what they do is they will be provided with information in regards to the investigation, to what we know to our fullest extent. Again, we do hope that members of the public do understand that this isn't something that happens every day within Cambridgeshire, and we obviously hold our officers to a very high standard. We do appreciate that this incident is quite severe, and we do appreciate it's also quite unfortunate for the person involved. And again, I can offer my condolences to him and the family, which were obviously affected by this. But again, we will do our very best to maintain public relations at this time.
You've obviously notified the IOPC, but have you taken it a step further and notified the Secretary of State?
At this moment in time, it's not been deemed necessary to notify the Secretary of State, as the investigation has only just started.
So I don't understand how it can't be deemed necessary to notify the governing.
Right, and is there any further questions from anyone
He's
in the
still
room?
speaking, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're a bit further up.
Hard of hearing.
So at this moment in time, the IOPC have just initiated the investigation. At this point, if they then or ask us to notify the Secretary of State based on their investigation findings at the beginning, then we will go ahead and notify them. However, we are waiting for the IOPC to give us further instructions on how they want us to deal with this, as they are the ones leading this investigation. Any other questions?
No, that is all. Thank you very much.
Is there any others, or are we all?
Oh, just a quick one. Just a quick one.
Yes.
What does the NHS have to say with this, and how are the paramedics that arrived on scene coping with this tragic incident?
I've spoken with the doctors at the hospital, and I've also spoken with the paramedics in this. We have got one of the paramedics in the press conference here today, and that's going to be the area clinical lead.
Not let the paramedic speak for himself.
Again, I will get to that point. I do apologise. We do have the area clinical lead here, Dominic Franklin here. Speaking to the NHS staff that have dealt with the situation, they are deeply saddened by the incident. However, again, we are working closely with them and offered them support services out there should they need to. But if you would like to ask Mr. Franklin some questions, if he is willing to take the questions, you are more than welcome to.
Okay, Mr. Dominic Franklin, are you available for any questions?
Yes, I am.
Okay, how do you feel about the situation, and do you think the police handled the situation correctly?
So I feel a bit saddened that this has happened. And the police, yeah, they handled it correctly. They got the road closed quickly. They contacted us very quickly, so we could get there quickly to give him the attention he needed.
Okay, brilliant. Do you want to say anything else to the family that's involved?
So he's in the good hands with the doctors now. that he's still in life-threatening condition at the minute. They're not quite sure if he would make it due to his injuries. At the minute, he's with us. Yes, he's on
So why
life.
did the officer tell us that he were going to pass condolences on to the family?
I'm not. I don't know why he said that. That he is on life support, so we're not
So there seems
sure
to
if
be
he's going to
a
make it.
massive miscommunication then between emergency services, doesn't it?
I would like to add in this situation, passing condolences does also mean apologies as well as all support. In this, it does not mean that this male's passed away.
Okay, well, do you want to tell the members of the public that then? Because usually when someone passes on condolences, it means because they're dead.
Again, it can be perceived that way. As we've said, he in the beginning of the briefing, he is in unstable and life-threatening condition at this moment in time. We have not claimed that this male is deceased. We passed our condolences on to the family in regards to this situation due to the condition he is in. However, again, we did not at all state during this period that he was deceased.
Okay, that is all from Weasel News. Thank you for having me here. My condolences go out to the family. I hope the male pulls through, and I hope justice is served.
Okay, right. Once again, thank you for your questions and your understanding as we navigate this challenging situation. We will provide you further updates as soon as they become available, and thank you.